Coach, you guys take on Minnesota Duluth in the first round of the WCHA Playoffs. It'll be the third time playing them in a series this season, sixth time in the last two seasons. Can you just give us kind of a feel of, you guys have, I don't know if you'd call it a rivalry over the last 2 years, but kind of give us your perspective on the whole situation.
Well, Duluth's a very good program. They have a lot of storied history with regards to their success. Championships speak for themselves. So we have a tall task ahead of ourselves. I think that when you play a team of their caliber, I think that you always have to be on your toes. It's been interesting to see, kind of a rivalry evolve. I don't know what it is necessarily, but we want to make sure that we bring our best game this weekend.
You guys split the regular season series this year and last year, and you played 2 playoff games in their arena last year as well. Does that do anything for a team, having one in the other team's arena heading into a playoff series?
I think from a familiarity perspective, I think that, you're comfortable in the surroundings where you're at. I think that, our players are going to have a little bit of confidence, but that was a long time ago that we played up there. It was the beginning of the season. So we're going to want to make sure that we, come out and play hard and be ready for, and it's playoff hockey, anything can happen.
As you guys prepare this week, what are some of the main things you're focused on? And as well, can you give us a little preview of this year's Minnesota Duluth team?
Well, first of all, with Duluth, they have a couple of world-class players in Jessica Wong, Jenna McParland. Certainly, Bridget Laquette hurt us the last time that she was here in town. And their goaltender, Kayla Black, has really come on strong throughout the course of the season. I think we caught her at the early portion of the year, her first couple of games, and she's settled in and is a strong player for them. They do a lot of very dynamic things that we need to be prepared for, and from our part, we need to make sure that we're in a position to play with passion, to play with heart, to execute all the way through the game, and if we do that, we put ourselves in a situation to have success.
Both you and Minnesota Duluth have been kind of middle of the pack this year, and when it comes to special teams, power play, penalty kill. How big of a role do you think special teams will play this weekend, and also how big is staying out of the penalty box in this series?
Well, I think special teams, come to play a very vital role in the playoffs in particular, because obviously getting 5-on-5 hockey is going to be tight. You want to make sure that when you have a quality opportunity that you capitalize, and power plays are certainly that. The tendency for officials in playoffs to, call the game a little looser and let the players decide it, will put power plays at a premium. So we're going to need to make sure that we're efficient, that we're ready to execute in whatever the situation calls for.
Your team this season has been kind of a scoring by committee. I think you have 11 players with double-digit points, 8 over 20, and Ali Ty, your leading scorer, is the only one with 30. Is that something you hope continues through the postseason, or is it kind of one of those things where you hope one of your players steps up and takes over a scoring role?
Well, I think scoring, when you have as balanced scoring as we do, I think it poses some difficult matchups for our opponents, because we are able to produce offense from a variety of areas. That being said, in every game there's critical moments that happen, and I can't tell you which player is going to have the puck on their stick and needs to finish. And we've made an impression on all our players that they, whatever the situation calls for, you have to be prepared to execute it. And I think that's spoken to our scoring production from all kinds of areas. And in contrast to maybe where we've been in the past, where we had a couple of key players that scored all the time, and once they get shut down, the rest of our team kind of is like, well, what do we do now? So I think that it's going to be something that we're going to have an unsung hero somewhere along the way that steps up and scores a big goal for us. But I hope our scoring by committee continues.
All right, and then lastly, as you guys head into this final playoff push, can you just talk about the feel around the team? Is it excitement, confidence? Or the overall mood of the team
No, our group is excited. Certainly, playoff time gets everyone revved up and ready to go. It's always an exciting time, whether it's in NCAA college hockey, junior hockey, tournaments, whatever it may be. I think playoffs is just is a time to really see some character come out in players, and I think that our girls are in the right frame of mind to be able to take that to Duluth.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.